Hi guys, it's pretty bad to be owned by a Tory, but even worse when that Tory is the pound shop version of Boris Johnson, the guy with the Fisher-Price wig, Michael Fabricant. But that's exactly what happened to Keir Starmer at PMQs on Wednesday. Now while Starmer was having a pretty good time, the man with the hair invoked Margaret Thatcher and her crushing of the trade unions in the 1980s and called the leader of the opposition a fanboy. Pretty cringy stuff, have a listen.
It's thanks to Margaret Thatcher and her robust treatment of militant trade unions in the West Midlands, her contribution of £10 billion at today's prices to the motor industry in the West Midlands, that iconic names like Jaguar and Land Rover still exist.
Jaguar and Land Rover are owned by Tata. Now, part of it is owned by a British consortium, but it's mainly owned, I believe, by Tata. Tata are an Indian company. God.
So does the Prime Minister share my boundless joy that on the road to Damascus, and in recognition of her great heritage and all that she achieved, another fanboy has joined her great belief, the leader of the opposition.
Okay, so as I said, it's pretty bad to be owned by a Tory, and in particular Michael Fabricant. It doesn't matter what Keir Starmer has to say about this. The seed has been planted in people's minds, whether he can try and clarify the words he said, but the perception now is that he's a supporter of Margaret Thatcher. Doesn't matter what he says now, he tries to clarify. That's the image he has created for himself. Doesn't make any difference. Well, going into the general election, I think, some people are saying this is in order to woo Conservative Party voters, people who voted for the Conservatives traditionally and are upset with the way the country has been run, upset with Boris Johnson being put in charge, Liz Truss being put in charge, and even to a certain extent Rishi Sunak making a hames of it. They want change. Even they want change. And maybe this is Keir Starmer's attempt to win over some of these people. It's also possible that this is not for the voters, but for the media. He wrote this article in the Daily Telegraph. Boris Johnson's old stomping ground. This is him perhaps reaching out to the multi-billionaires, the owners of the media in Britain, and saying to them, I'm on your side. I hope that's not the case. I hope this message was to Tories who are sitting on the fence and not to the owner class, the people who run the media in Britain. But either way, for Michael Fabricant to stand up in the House of Commons and call him a fanboy, a Thatcher fanboy, is pretty embarrassing. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.